Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Faith, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a flexibility routine to help you get into the middle splits. So we're going to focus a lot on opening up the inner thighs, the groin, really working into the hips. As always, we are going to incorporate a little bit of strength just to stabilize the body. For today's practice, you'll need 2 blocks. We're going to be using them to support us as we come down into the middle splits. This is an intermediate routine, so as always, listen to your body, only go as far as is comfortable for you. Once you're ready to begin, go ahead, grab your mat, grab your blocks, and let's do it. All right, my friends, we'll begin in a wide-legged child's pose at the back of the mat. So bring your big toes together, spreading the knees as wide as is comfortable. And then press your hips back towards your heels, reaching your fingers towards the top of the mat as you relax the forehead down. And then gently close your eyes. And just take a moment to arrive. Start to feel that opening in the hips. Feeling that lengthening sensation in the lower back. And then start to find your breath. Taking deep, intentional inhales. And long and gentle exhales. Using your exhalation to soften the body. Relaxing through the hips. And then on your next inhale, gently round yourself up through each vertebra of your spine. As you exhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, sit the hips back into child's pose. Let's do that again. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, push it back. So continuing with these spinal waves, moving with your breath, finding fluidity in the spine. Beautiful. On your next inhale, round forward. This time, drop the hips all the way down. Allow your feet to open out wide, coming into a version of a cobra pose. So pressing down through your hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together as you push the heart forward. Holding here for a breath. And then lower the chest all the way down. Bring your feet closer together. As you inhale, press yourself back up to your knees. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pressing the heels down towards the floor. Fingers are spread nice and wide, grounding down through your hands and feet. And feel free to add a little bit of movement into the legs so you can bend one knee at a time. You can shift the hips from side to side. So just waking up the backs of the legs, the low back. And then come to find stillness. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to move through a few rounds of our modified vinyasas just to warm up the body. So on your next inhale, shift your weight forward into plank. Allow your shoulders to come past the wrists. And then exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, press into the hands, lift the heart for cobra. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, press yourself back up to your knees, tuck the toes. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale into cobra, open the heart. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, press yourself back up to your knees, tuck the toes. Exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. One more time. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press yourself back up to your knees, tuck the toes. Exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Releasing into our forward fold, relaxing the crown of your head down. You can keep the knees bent as much as you need to here. And again, feel free to add a little bit of movement. You can sway from side to side. Do a little shake and nod of the head. Just starting to open up the backside body. And then gently come back to center. Take a generous bend in your knees. As you inhale, sweep the arms up into chair pose and stay for your exhale. Grounding down through your heels, squeeze the inner thighs together. Take one more inhale and exhale, fold over the legs. Slowly from here, roll up to standing for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, place your hands to your shins, find a flat back. Exhale, palm the mat, step back to downward dog. As you inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, this time, wave it back to downward dog. One more time, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, wave it back. Inhale, reach your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open and stack your hips. Right hip stacks over your left, holding here for a breath. And then start to circle that right knee out and around. So drawing a big circle with your right knee. Warming up that hip joint. And then on your next inhale, extend the leg back up for three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, coming into lizard pose. So both hands are to the inside of your right leg. And you can add a little bit of movement here. You can shift from side to side, forward and back. And then come to find stillness. Drop your left knee to the floor. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Place your right hand to the inside of your right leg. And then use your right hand to push that right knee out to the side. So slightly lean your weight back, grounding down through that left hand as you open through the heart. Breathing here, feeling that opening in the right hip, stretching out the front of the left hip. Beautiful. Now release the right hand back down. Lift your left knee off of the mat. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick the right leg up. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, and then place your right knee down on the mat. We're coming into a modified side plank. So take your right foot over to the right, come onto the inside of the left foot, and then reach the left arm up. So grounding down through that right hand, stacking the shoulders here. And then on your next inhale, gently lift yourself up, coming into gate pose. Place your hands on your hips, turn your left toes to face the back of the mat, and then just start to bend and extend into that left leg. So keeping that left knee in line with your ankle, starting to strengthen the inner thigh, opening up that left hip. Beautiful. Now bend into the left knee, extend the arms to the side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, place your left hand to the inside of your left foot, reach the right arm up. So we're in this modified extended side angle. Use your left arm to push that left knee back, really enhancing the stretch in that left hip. If you'd like, you can bring your right bicep to the ear to get a nice side body stretch. Breathing here. And then on your next inhale, gently lift yourself back up, straighten through the left leg, cartwheel the hands down and come back to center. So pick up the right foot, placing it behind you, left leg is extended. On your next inhale, kick the right leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot in between your hands, turn to face the left side of your mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So take a moment to adjust your stance, big toes slightly face each other. Come onto the fingertips. As you inhale, find a halfway lift. And exhale, fold in between the legs, relaxing the crown of your head down. So just holding here for a couple of breaths. Feeling the stretch in the hamstrings, the inner thighs. Beautiful. On your next inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, come onto the heel of the left foot, bend into the right knee, finding our Skandasana. So sinking the hips down as low as you can, feeling a nice stretch in the inside of that left leg. If you'd like to deepen the stretch, you can walk the fingertips forward and relax the forehead down. And then gently walk the hands back to lift the chest. Start to lift your hips, straighten through the right leg and switch sides. Bending into the left knee, sinking the hips down. So going as far as is comfortable for you, feeling that stretch on the other side. Option to stay here, or you can walk the fingertips forward, relaxing the forehead down. So really feeling this in the hips, in that right inner thigh. And then gently walk the hands back to lift the chest. Bring your hands to frame the left foot and then turn to face the back of your mat, coming into a lunge. Start to shift your weight forward and back just a couple of times. And then step the right foot to meet your left, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, sweep the arms up, squeeze the inner thighs together. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Slowly roll up to standing for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward dog. As you inhale, shift forward into plank. And exhale, wave it back, downward dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, reach the left leg up for 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Hold here for a breath. And then start to circle that left knee out and around. So think about drawing a big circle with your knee. Finding that range of motion in the hip. And then inhale, extend the leg back up for 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of your left hand, coming into our lizard. So again, you can find a little bit of movement here, making some circles with the body, maybe shifting forward and back, side to side. And then come to find stillness. Drop your right knee to the floor. Come onto the outer edge of the left foot. Place your left hand to the inside of your left leg, and then use your hand to push that left knee out to the side. So slightly lean your weight back, grounding down through that right hand as you lift up through the heart. Breathing here, feeling that opening in the left hip, stretching out the right hip flexor. Beautiful. Plant the left hand back down. Lift your right knee off of the mat. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick the left leg up. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and place your left knee onto the mat. Coming into our modified side plank, take your left foot over to the left. Come onto the inside of your right foot and then reach the right arm up. So stacking the shoulders here, grounding down through that left hand. And then on your next inhale, gently lift yourself up, coming into our gate pose. And then exhale, place your hands on your hips. Turn your right toes to face the top of the mat. And then just start to bend and extend through that right leg. So just working on those right adductors, getting into that right hip. Keeping a nice steady rhythm of breath. Beautiful. Now bend into the right knee. Extend the arms to the side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, place your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Reach the left arm up. So coming into our modified side angle, using your right arm to push the right knee back. So really enhancing that stretch in the inner thigh. If you'd like, you can reach that left arm up and over to get a nice side body stretch. Beautiful. On your next inhale, gently lift yourself back up, straighten through the right leg, and then exhale, circle the hands down, coming to face the back of the mat. So pick up the left foot comes behind you, right leg is extended. As you inhale, kick the left leg up for 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward, turn to face the right side of your mat. finding our wide-legged forward fold. So again, adjust your stance, big toes slightly face each other. Come onto the fingertips. As you inhale, find a halfway lift. And exhale, fold in between the legs. Relax the crown of your head down. So slightly shift your weight into the balls of your feet. You can do a little shake and nod of the head, letting go of any tension in your neck. Beautiful. On your next inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, come onto the heel of the right foot, bend into the left knee, find your Skandasana. So sinking the hips as low as you can. Option to stay here or reach the fingertips forward, relaxing the forehead down. Breathing here. Beautiful. Gently walk the hands back to lift your chest. Lift the hips, straighten through the left leg and switch sides. Bending into the right knee, sink the hips low. Left toes are facing up towards the sky. Again, you can stay here or you can walk those fingertips forward to deepen the stretch. And then walk the hands back to lift up. Bring your hands to frame the right foot and then turn to face the top of the mat, finding your lunge. Shift your weight forward and back just a couple of times. And then left foot steps forward to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, reach the arms up, squeeze the inner thighs together. And exhale, forward fold. Slowly roll up for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward dog and hold it here. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Resetting the body. We're gonna move into our middle splits from here. So just take a moment to reconnect. And then on your next inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step the right foot forward and then turn to face the left side of your mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Go ahead and grab your blocks and place them down in front of you. We're gonna use them to support us as we come down. So before we come down, we're gonna do a little bit of strengthening for the inner thighs. So go ahead, bring your heels in and your toes out. Take a generous bend in your knees, bringing them in line with your ankles. As you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And exhale, bring your hands through heart center. So we're in our goddess pose. Slightly tuck the tailbone under and think about pushing your knees back. So externally rotating the hips, making sure our knees aren't caving in. Now from here, lift your left heel off of the mat and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the left heel back down and switch sides. Lift your right heel and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right heel down and hold for a breath. And then inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Bring the heels out, toes face in, and then come to your forward fold, placing your hands on top of your blocks. So again, making sure your big toes are slightly facing each other. We're gonna slowly make our way down into the middle splits from here. So just be really mindful of how your body's feeling, how it's responding as we come down. This is a really intense stretch for the body. So you wanna make sure that you're finding that edge, so you're finding that deep stretch, but you're not taking it too far. So you might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but you should be able to hold the stretch and breathe into the stretch. If you're feeling any deep pain in your hips or maybe in your knees, then you've taken it a little bit too far. So just be really mindful of what your body is telling you. So take your blocks to the highest setting, hands are on top of the blocks. To come down, you're just gonna start to heel toe your feet a little bit wider. So taking a bit of a wider stance. Again, just take a moment to see how you feel. And then if it's within your practice and you can go a little bit further, you can just start to slide your legs a little bit lower. Now, as you come down, you can take your blocks to a lower setting just to make it a little bit easier for you. Now, some of you may just want to stop here, and that's totally fine. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can slide all the way down. This is about as far as I'm going to go today. But if you have the flexibility, if you have the range of motion, eventually you can bring your hips all the way down. So again, you're just finding that point where you can hold it comfortably and then breathe. And you're more than welcome to stay here and play around with this a little bit more. But if you're ready to come out, we're just gonna gently shift the hips back. Again, using the strength of your arms to support you. And then we're gonna come all the way to a seat, coming into a straddle position. Now from here, bend your knees and use your hands to bring the legs together. My legs feel like jello right now, and that's totally fine. So we're just gonna reset the hips a little bit. That was a really deep hip opener. So bring your feet down in front of you, feet hip width distance apart. Take your hands slightly behind you and just start to do some windshield wipes with the knees. So taking the knees from side to side. So we're just resetting the hips, the low back. And again, feel free to stay here. You can pause the video and do this for as long as it feels good. Once you're ready, we're just going to turn to face the top of the mat and come to lie on our backs. From here, take the arms out wide into a T. Bring your feet about as wide as your mat and just allow both of your knees to fall over to the left. So getting some internal rotation of that right hip. Breathing here. And then gently come back to center, and we'll switch sides, taking the knees over to the right. Holding here and breathe. Beautiful. Gently come back to center. Keep your feet placed to either side of the mat and just allow your knees to fall into each other. So we're gonna finish off our practice here in this constructive rest position. So this is a great place to be, to just allow our hips, our legs to relax. And then once you're ready, close your eyes. And just finish off by taking a few deep breaths. With each inhale, welcoming space into the body. And with each exhale, allowing your body to let go. And you're more than welcome to rest here for as long as you'd like. If you're ready to come out, gently pull the knees in towards your chest. You can do a little rock from side to side if that feels good. And then once you're ready, gently roll over to one side, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. And just sitting silently here for a moment, reconnecting to your body, to yourself. And then when you're ready, bring the palms of your hands together in Anjali Mudra. And let's take one last deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh the breath out. Taking this opportunity to bow down towards your own heart. Expressing gratitude for yourself, for your body, and for your practice. Thank you all so much for joining me in this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future classes. If you have any suggestions or recommendations for future classes, please leave them in the comments down below, and I'd love to make that happen for you. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. May you stay well and always continue to shine.